Climb down. Go left.
With your mother.
Greetings, comrades. We are, we are live from a cafe, I guess, somewhere in America.
Yes. We
Yes,
are doing a retrospective on the Superman Red Sun doing terrible Russian accents.
yes, yes. We're talking about Joseph Stalin's Superman.
It's Forget Joe Schuster. Anyway, hello.
Yes. We're talking about Mark Millar's Superman Red Sun, which is kind of a spin-off of those who read Superman 300 back in the day, which the story was called Superman 2001, where we have Superman had landed as a baby in international waters between Russia and America as they fought over the child. This is Mark Millard, basically his idea since he was 6 years old, where he wanted to what if
When he was a boy.
Yes, when he was a boy. What if basically if Superman had landed in Russia? Specifically, he landed in Ukraine. And yeah, it's interesting because we get to see different versions of characters. And keep in mind,
I gotta go ahead and say, for those of you who've not joined us before, we review things. Yes, a viewing party. Thank you, Ronald, for streaming us somewhere. Streaming a stream. That's Streamception. But yes, and it is actually Ronald's request that we did a review of Superman Red Sun. So I have read the first issue before, and this was my second time going ahead and reading that and then finishing it. Rug brought the beer. No, I brought the beer.
Yeah.
No eggnog, though.
Fortunately, there is no Zach. He got the time screwed up again. He thought the retrospective was after our next stream, which is gonna be an interview. So stay tuned for that. After this, we're gonna have an interview
At
with
8:00.
awesome creators coming on from Merc Publishing, and then later on we'll have a reading later on tonight around 10:00 Eastern.
Those puppets will.
But Superman Red Sun. This is a first read for me. I watched the movie first, and it's a little different from the movie, but I still love the whole Batman versus Superman. It's kind of like we're getting the Dark Knight Returns, but in Russian.
I don't know what you mean. It's exactly like the movie. I just heard Russian everywhere I read.
I was so moved by this book. I just started reading Russian propaganda.
I read the Communist Manifesto after this.
Exactly.
And you know what? Full-blooded commie. No. That is a clip now, and the internet will not forget. Okay, but as we're talking, I'll go ahead and start flipping through this book.
This yeah. So let's see here.
DC.
Something went wrong. Yes, he killed Alfred. That's what went wrong, DC. No, so this came out in 2000, I believe, 1 or 2003.
I
2003. 2003. Yes, it was April 2003. The first issue came out. Went for three issues long. Man, it's crazy seeing Superman back in the 1950s, but this time we're seeing it in from a different perspective.
Yeah,
you're seeing Lex Luthor married to Lois Lane. Which I just can't stomach that because Lois and Clark are the one true pair.
it's because you hate gingers, isn't it?
Well, actually, technically, is he still a ginger when he loses his hair?
Yes.
I thought you just lose your gingerness, right?
He lost the hair on top of his head, Bigman.
Well, if it felt, I want to argue if he lost his hair on top, I'm sure he lost it other places too.
None of those places.
I wouldn't know though, but I'm just saying it's speculation. I imagine
a certain puppet would.
I like to pretend that he's naked everywhere. No. So
you gotta love the angry eyebrows. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in. Look at this.
Yeah, you make him bald and you give him pointy ears. He is Professor Pixel and he's vampire. Nosferatu.
Is that because of my fingers?
That's because the angry eyebrows and the fingers.
Oh. That's acceptable.
Angry eyebrows on the fingers.
I really do like the element of, especially this first issue, because Superman while he's a very big presence, he takes his time to actually like fully, sorry about that, show up, to fully come on in. Listen, it's so good, but if you aren't reading it with a tiny bit of vomit stage at the back, you aren't doing it right.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at Russ's comments. Where is little Rigoski?
Where Where is little Rigoski? Where are you? Why aren't you watching?
My little boy has abandoned me.
Russian Reed is ready.
But later tonight we'll have Communist Fantastic Four.
No, you will not. You've gone too far.
Not far enough. Some cool things about this. Millar is not completely like making an evil Superman like Tom Taylor that Dick did in Injustice. Instead, this is basically Superman. No matter where he's born, there's key features. He's always gonna fight for everyone. Now he's been more brainwashed because listening to Stalin. But and the other thing is this scene here after he rescues the kid in the because basically Lex is like, shoot down Sputnik, let it crash in the metropolis. Superman comes and he saves it and knocks it in the water, but because it hit the other planets, the globe falls down. He saves it, and then who's also right there next to her? Instantly, the next panel, next page, is Lois Lane, and he says there's a connection there, her pulse, but I noticed the little gold band on her finger,
Yep. Yeah, no, I like this box. 6 million lives spared, and an incident that might have sparked a war averted, and my most potent memory of that day was 5 feet tall. Sorry, I forgot this was supposed to be Russian. And wearing Chanel number 5.
Yeah, Chanel number 5.
Chanel number
and so
5.
basically what this proves is no matter what universe you're in, Lois gets her panties wet whenever she's around Superman.
Well, you didn't have to say it like that now.
But she gets her knickers wet.
That are you going to do it in an English accent? You're talking about knickers? I don't think that's a good idea either. Bankman, real doctor.
Are you British? I'm
Chip, cheerio. We're in a cafe. We're trying to be classy here.
Yeah. Only a communist could make a woman moist. His jail agent says moist. We're on the same wavelength here. The communist wavelength.
Is that in the Communist Manifesto?
The manifesto is a woman is second place.
Oh.
American women love
I'm so sorry, Ronald.
Men.
I'm so sorry, Ronald.
So sorry, Ronald. We got 9 people watching, though. That's the crazy part. And we don't even have Breen or Zach.
That's because we're just far more interesting.
Wait, there's Zach hiding in the crowd.
Yes.
He's trying to blend in.
He doesn't want to talk about it.
Zach can be racist, but he's not. But he's not a communist.
So, interesting cut in. I didn't know. I've forgotten.
Yeah, this is crazy. I didn't know it was Hippolyta. I thought it was actually because I'm like, is that supposed to be Diana at first?
No.
And I was like, wow, she aged horribly with angry eyebrows. And then of course we see Diana next week, and she's just glowing. And now this is like the people who are really shipping Diana and Superman together are just like, oh my gosh, I love this, and like because finally that bitch Lois is out of the way, and
I like this. I didn't notice this when I first read it. They're hovering because he's Superman and he can.
Well, she can fly too. You know that?
Well, yes, but I don't know. I was okay, maybe.
In Russia, Retrospective watches you. KGB always watching. Welcome to the KGB puppet show. Where you are the puppets.
You are the puppets. Rasputin. So here's a match made in some Earth's heaven. So here's the thing. It's an interesting watching Superman and his close relationship with Stalin. But it's also with the bastard son, one of the bastard sons of Stalin.
Stalin said, I have many illegitimate children in Russia. You're the one of many. I'm like,
one.
you mad
Don't forget it.
You're forgetting. I spread my seed everywhere for communism.
And this guy, he's at this point where he's just shooting and he's admitting the story where he creates a Russian Batman. Where is she? Joker, no! No.
But I like this, though. This guy points out, it's like, you're an idiot, Superman. You have all these powers, but you're still duped. You're spoiled. And then we get to learn about, the whole, the Batman stuff. How he's, And I guess I like this.
You like Russian Batman?
Actually, Russian Batman's kind of badass. I like his little hat he has later. He has a mask.
He's kind of badass.
He's the bastard son.
But yeah, no, after talking about that, he's saying that with all this.
Look at this, though. Look at this, though. That scene right there. He goes to shoot himself in the head. And instantly, and like I said, like Superman wouldn't even let you kill yourself. He's that communist. Only the people have no control over themselves, what they want to do. Anyways, like I said, realistically though, Batman and Superman, Wonder Woman are always in a relationship no matter what. Yes, not that kind of relationship. This isn't X-Men.
The dark comrade.
The dark comrade knight.
That's right. What I want to talk about though, actually, is this part right here. And it's he's admitting, oh Jesus, I've done such a terrible thing, Superman. Father made me so angry this morning, and I arranged. And Superman isn't paying attention. He says, what? Because away, he hears something. He hears Stalin. He's dying because of poisoning. And Superman just learns, some medical history real quick. But he goes on whenever the sun comes in. Oh, Father, no. And I think right there, he didn't rest until he found the man who poisoned him and had him shot in Red Square. So, in full public view. But what was he admitting in that moment? Because I think he killed his dad. That's right.
It was not him. It was not him. It was the one-legged man.
One-legged, not one-armed, because it's another world. It's a pig leg.
One guy lost arm. He always gets blamed. So the one-legged man blames it on the one-armed man.
When did people start calling me Pixie? I don't like that. I'm a real man.
Comrade Pixie Dust.
Yeah.
Professor Pixel Dust.
I hate that so much.
If you guys like the name Pixel Dust, let us know in the chat. If you're against it, let us know too.
If I had YouTube open, I could make a poll, but I won't.
Ironically, yes.
Yes.
It's a typo. Oh, good. that was a very serious typo there. There's an exclamation mark there for a typo.
What do we think of Jimmy, Agent Jimmy Olsen?
Yeah, that's the two. Jamie Olsen is not the bumbling idiot. Well, not really. I mean, he is a little bit, but I like that Jimmy Olsen is different than his main counterpart. That's the one thing I've never cared about. Even it's for Zach post-crisis Superman. Jimmy was written as being a little bit annoying. Now, maybe he was been written more serious in other books, but Pixel doesn't hate you. He just despises you and loathes you, comrade.
Comrade, it's right. If you can prove you true commie, then we talk.
But a real man with a name like Pixie.
So, he's going ahead and showing the U.S. Superman Bizarro, and they pretty much set it up. And I really love this here because
look at that face. It looks like a Mazo, doesn't it?
So horrible. A Mazo.
Maybe the hair, it's got the Lex Luthor haircut going there.
Could have looked a little bit more Bizarro like. I agree.
Well, yes, it's Bizarro, but when I look at that features and look at the hair stuff and the way that the mouth is, it always kind of looks in that panel to me. It looks like a Mazo from the Justice League cartoons.
So, when it comes to the actual fight, the U.S. Bizarro goes ahead and tries to attack Superman, and in their fight, horrible thing. I mean, Big Ben. Oh, just Oh, the national landmark, you know.
Who cares about that?
A lot of people care about Big Ben.
They're not socialists. Oh wait, they are now. But
Wow, they will. But no,
yeah,
with
well,
the fight,
Ronald Reagan, like Frankenstein. Well, yeah, he technically is some kind of creature, and then you see his how his hair is gone and everything. Well,
and you can tell the people in the UK as they're watching it, England, they're watching this fight, and they say, "Go ahead, Superman, finish him while he's down." And Superman does not want to kill him. He's not going to do that. But Bizarro goes ahead, and Superman doesn't know why, and tries to ponder upon it, freezes Superman, and then flies off to go ahead and catch the bomb, the missile, go ahead and throw it up, and basically kill himself as well.
Yeah, like I said, like he, and that's it. I always love how Bizarro has different powers than Superman. It's mixed up. He, instead of having like heat vision, he has ice vision, where he can just freeze you with his eyes.
It's just reversed, and then fire breath.
And then, well, yeah, the fire breath we see in Superman and Lois. That's the other cool version like that too from last season.
We like that. We like
and I don't know. I'm kind of partial to his costume too. I like the U.S. instead of the S on there. But I mean, like,
really,
I can imagine if Superman was raised by the government. You know?
Yeah, that's what it would be.
Yeah, he would have. I'm bought and paid for by America.
I am the United Superman. So basically, they mourn Stalin. Oh no, Big Commie died. And then Superman basically has to accept taking place. And Lois and her Superman obsession is still kicking. But this is where the relationship gets a little complicated because Lex Luthor does go full bad guy here. He kills the people connected to the project.
And that's the thing is that I love that Lex still stays evil. He's obsessed and stuff. He has somewhat good intentions, but ultimately he becomes obsessed with Superman.
That's right.
It's a triangle between those three.
We're going to go through this a little bit. He goes ahead and that he has humiliated and defeated him.
Let me put this down for you in the 40s. Don't interrupt me, woman.
I aim. Oh, yeah, Lois, don't interrupt. But he's basically saying our marriage right now is taking a little break. I'm sorry, I'm devoted to fighting Superman. And she goes ahead, you're saying it because Superman beat your monster in a fight? And what are you talking about? I don't care about the fight. I'm devoting my life to Superman for another reason entirely, Lois. The duplicate of that alien farm boy had the tenacity to beat me at chess last night. And it's chess
is serious, man. I guess he does not take like taking any kind of loss. Like I said, this is like Superman. He has a wool over his eyes, and I love how at least as his issues go on, you see him start to realize that he might be wrong. Especially when he discovers the gulag.
Gulag.
The gulag.
Look, listen. This, yes, like Ronald said, if you see this, there should be a little bit of vomit in the back of your mouth. This is horrifying.
Yeah.
At the same time, holy shit. It's a powerful image. It's dark as hell, but powerful. Jeez. And now we're going to go ahead and see if you get DC Infinite, it will go ahead and go to the next issue automatically. So with the press of button, pressing read, we can go ahead and see issue 2 if it loads. It loaded! Yes, that was a little commercial. Yes, Lex really loved his chess. That's right. And it starts off, there's obviously been a little break. Lex with, I'm going to go ahead and take the entire city of whatever the hell it is. And Brainiac is basically defeated real quick. At least it seems that way.
And also shout out that Dave Johnson doing the art on that first issue. You have Andrew Robinson also on the first issue too, doing the inking. I know, and throughout the series, they Kilian Plunkett joins the penciling, and they also get a second inker, Walden Wong. So as you can see, for whatever reason, they added a second artist and a second inker on for the second issue. I don't know, maybe because
really
it was just
good.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The art, I look at that Parasite. There's Metallo. I'm assuming, and just like, and then there's Hydro Garad. I don't know what kind of Garad is. Or then there's Communist Crypto. I love it. He's so great.
Crypto.
He's stuffed. Communist. I know he's stuffed.
Poor Crypto. What happened to you, dog?
Because dogs aren't loyal, so he had to stuff him to make him loyal.
That is how you handle things in Russia.
You have the T-Rex right there, which normally would be you'd see inside the Batcave.
And you can see, as he's being told, you need to go ahead and keep moving on by this guard. But you can go ahead and see the little device on the side of the head.
So Ronald says, see, social can work. It just needs an invincible man threatening to kill you.
Yes, that's right.
Right? Bibbo Bogowski at first. Yeah, it kind of looks like a little bit first.
Yeah, so basically, Russian Batman goes to bar and meets a contact of his and says, listen, like-minded individuals are out there. You just got to be careful because the big man, Big Red, is watching.
Well, he's listening, too. Remember, he can
Mother
hear
Russia. Yeah. He's listening.
He said from Russia, he can hear people in California talking about him. So it's like, you got to be careful what you say. Yep. And here we go. The Russian the Russian Batman, or is Zach likes to say the Dark Comrade, the man who Zach fears because he's
KGB Crypto Good Boy.
I know. Crypto Good Boy. I
know. That's right. So I really, really love the look of Russian Batman. It has the smile. It like his face captures whenever there's that you know the image from the Dark Knight Returns where he's getting ready to go ahead and fight.
But that smile though is this is also I think this is before Nemesis. Yeah, Nemesis came out later. He did, where he basically had the same costume, kind of like this, but it was supposed to be the evil Batman, and he smiled all the time. So when I see this, I always go to Nemesis, which came out in 2011. And that just shit-eating grin all the time because he's like, I'm better than you. I know. So I love the fact that, dude, that's to me is more creepy than anything. If Batman smiles at me before he even does anything, I'm shitting my pants. I don't care what anybody says.
So Russian Batman is a low-key Snyderverse Batman.
That's why he's smiling.
I could go ahead and I could see.
Oh, speaking of that, did you hear the rumor that Christian Bale is returning as Batman?
I heard, but if the Flash is just into the No Way Home with Batman, it's not really a Flash movie, is it? Batman. Yeah.
That's under Cook Taco Bell moments.
I gotta go to the toilet. So basically, the kind of adopted brother that he is with Superman, he's running the KGB, and he's like, "Oh, you needed to be there to stop Batman," but Superman's busy, sculpting and saving the world from natural disasters. And then we get to hear about Wonder Woman coming and joining the world, and then how Superman was basically an idiot and couldn't read the signs. Signs everywhere. The signs.
Yeah. Superman starts to fall. He starts to fall for her. But
can you read the signs? No, he doesn't. That's what he says in the bubbles. He says, "Oh, I thought of her as one of the boys. It wasn't really. I wish I had seen it, but I didn't." Everybody was trying to go ahead and say, "This is what will happen," but it didn't really happen.
She's actually full blown lesbian in this.
No, she's not. This isn't
Oh,
2022.
wait. That's the movie version of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, they and he had a thing for her, and then
That's a
she didn't.
choice.
She
In
didn't
this,
return that, and I was like, of course. I'm like, is this Greg Rucka writing this?
it's okay.
So my question is now, where is Communist Supergirl?
Yeah, no, there's
I
no
said that's what I want.
communist
I want to spin
Supergirl.
off to that.
That's really weird.
I want to spin off to this. I want Supergirl to arrive, and then there's Russian.
Well, all you have to do is watch Supergirl season 4. No, sorry. I'm sorry.
I can't help it. Melissa Bliss is hot, and then when she's Russian, hot. It's very good.
When Perry goes ahead and retires, and we get to see what's happening with Lois, and how she's still talking to her husband. Oh, it's our anniversary. Well, he's a little busy because the Kennedys are coming over, and of course, he's obsessed with stopping Superman.
Pixel, if you lower yourself down and just turn your head to your left, lower down, turn your head to the left, and then you're Superman. Lower your body down. Lower down. See?
You're so stupid. I was trying to understand. yes, we know Eric. Yes, everyone knows.
Alex.
Batman kidnaps the adopted brother. I can't remember his name. Can you Google it? I have it up on the thing.
I shall Google his name. It is other characters. Well, did you just fart? What the hell was that?
No, that was the bed springing beside me.
I don't know the name. It says, is it Ronald?
I don't think so.
No.
You have Google. See, when Zach is here, he is able to Google.
I'm actually on the actual. I'm on the DC fandom for the extra names. It doesn't show for issue 2.
Look up issue 1 then. Stalin died in issue 1.
I'm sorry.
The name stayed the same. Anyway, so there's Batman and, oh, what are you doing? You kidnapped me. How dare you? And Batman says, it's soundproof. You can go ahead and reveal yourself for the traitor scum you are.
It's Piotr.
Piotr. Yes, that's right.
He's the one after Stalin poison.
Piotr. Yes.
Piotr.
It's not Piotr.
It's Piotr.
It's Piotr. Piotr. Russian Spider-Man. Russian J. Jameson. No.
Can we get the now? See, this is the thing. Now, if you're gonna give me a Russian Superman, I want a Russian Avengers, an American Black Widow.
Different universe.
An American Black Widow.
That's a different universe.
Of course, it's an Elseworld. I don't care. I want
Elseworlds is DC.
You know what I mean? You son of a bitch.
What if Avengers were communist? Well, it is 2020. No. Anyway,
Chris Evans at the helm.
Let's go ahead and talk about it. Yeah, it's so weird. Batman goes ahead and says, "I'm going to go after this. Fine, I'll put you in power to stop the threat that is Superman." But he still remembers that this is basically the guy that killed his parents.
It is cold in Russia. That's why he's wearing the hat over the mask. Versus Gotham, where it's not as cold currently. So.
Well, it's not as cold. It's Russia. But yes, there are fireworks. They display. Oh, the Batman. Why? Because he has kidnapped Wonder Woman. And wants Superman to come and play a game. And you can see he swallowed a bomb. That's commitment. Swallowing a bomb. Good on you, Batman. But with the red sun lamps, pretty much.
I love this.
Weaken Superman.
You'll remember the one man who beat you. It was me. Russian Batman.
It's like that, but Russian. You'll remember the one man who beat you. Russian Batman. Yes. And basically, Superman is pretty much screwed until he says, Diana, hey,
And
can you like totally destroy your lasso? And
yeah.
I mean, it
Yeah,
works.
it just stepping something inside her and causing her hair to instantly turn white. Yeah, and then of course, Batman commits suicide.
But
This is where I was like, no,
Piotr.
all for
Pick the
no
back
reason.
up.
That was horrible.
Yeah. Well, it's yeah, he's dead. And poor Diana. Look. What the hell, man?
She's got granny gams now. In that serious.
Those gams. Wait, no,
Right?
sorry, that's a different universe.
Yeah, something because she snapped the lasso in order to get free causes something to happen to her where her, so maybe her lasso was attached to her powers or something, or I don't know. But it somehow her turns white because she broke the lasso.
Yep. Also, I love what they do here. Yeah, it doesn't come up until next issue, but them using the Green Lanterns and getting ready, revolutions all around. Diana basically saying,
a missed opportunity is having Ryan Ottley just doing the art, because Ryan Ottley is always doing the gore and stuff. So you imagine when Superman goes through them and they just get ripped apart, shreds. That's Ryan Ottley.
Well, what was he doing in 2003? Or
I think he might have been working on Walking Dead. No, he wasn't working on Walking Dead. Invincible, I think, came out later. Somebody look that up.
So what was he doing?
Where's Zach?
You look it up.
I don't want to look it up. Then I have to look it up all the time.
Zach, this is what happens when you abandon us.
And then I have to go wear the puffy shirt.
So, moving right along, that's the end of issue 2. Okay, one more issue to go. And this is where the fun begins, because the end is near. The red sun not rising. What does it say? Red sun. Nope.
Setting. Actually, Invincible came out that year, January of 2003.
Oh, okay. At this point, we go ahead and get a glimpse of the world as it is, and socialism is taken over. All except in where is it? The United States and one other place.
That place is safe.
Whatever place. Yeah, and Superman. He's looking a little rough right there. Look at his face.
Did you pass him the cover? The cover for this issue is just amazing.
No, well, I'll go back then. Look.
Right there.
He's watching you. He's watching you.
Like
I'm watching, Wazowski. Always watching.
That's freaky too. Now imagine that. It's like.
He is.
He's basically like evil Superman, but he's not evil. He's just misguided.
Call him evil is not exactly correct.
Did he get the lice out, my friend?
This is messed up, huh?
Did he get the lice out? Scratch it for like a couple minutes there.
Oh no, I don't have lice, but with Superman basically waiting for Lex Luthor's next plan because he's gone quiet. He doesn't know exactly what's happening. And the U.S. is on a path of just total destruction. So
timeline for this. This is the year 2000 now. Where this takes place. Yeah. In the year 2000. All right. He wins American presidency. Lois is still with him.
Yep. And he solves
she's still
the world's issues. Well, not the world's issues. Sorry. He solves all of the United States issues.
I want to point out that Lois is still moist. It's not for Lex.
We had 14 people watching.
I know.
You said moist again.
Well, no, they already left. We've been going from 11 to 14.
I know.
I figure it's a few people at the bar watching this with Ron that are just getting up and going to take a piss break and come back, and then they're watching again. Because you can't watch on your phone when you're in the bathroom. That's just weird. Sir, can you mind? I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at my phone on top of the urinal.
Well, if they're watching all together in a cafe, Thankman, They are watching on one device.
I don't know. Well, are they at a cafe or are they at a bar / cafe? I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't been invited.
Exactly.
Exactly. But
See, one came back. We're at 12 now.
Ronald said, "Watch these numbers run." With basically Lois clinging on to the Daily Bugle. We are in the restaurant. Yes, the
restaurant. All right. We are 3.
I'm far more interested in President Luthor because he has a button to go ahead and warp his plane to show there's Hal Jordan.
So here's my question. Are you guys like watching and like all 3 guys at a table watching on a phone or a tablet? Or is this, I doubt you guys have on a TV in a bar or a restaurant or like that. It'll be kind of weird.
Why not? If it's their place, then yeah, they can go ahead.
And also shout out to Trusty, who's also said he was going to the watch party tonight there. So just to let everybody know, the bill is on Trusty tonight. He said he'd pick it up.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. And considering that Trusty is my future, I'm not sure I will agree to that. I am not Trusty yet.
You've got time.
I will be Trusty.
You've got time to get the funds saved up, so he should be fine.
Sure. But no, he talks about what Hal Jordan went through, basically, and why he hates those commie bastards.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah. And then
I mean, Comrade Superman, I love communism. Don't kill me.
Then you see Lois go to Diana and say, "Hey, guess what? We know you're not the biggest fan of Superman. Well, we have a solution. Why don't you stand with us?" Oh, yeah, they got a screen, Bluetooth, to the entire restaurant sound while we chat on the phone. Wow, that is it touches the heart.
So there are some continuity errors in this, and as far as Ukraine being part of the Soviet Union, because everybody knows that at the time in 1938, wasn't really a thing, but Russia, where constitutes other republics, So so as far as because in this issue they mentioned that Ukraine is part of Russia, at the time it was separate, and then Russia gobbled it up. But then and after the fall of the Cold War, no. We don't need it. Wow, now we've got 2 angry old women on the screen here. Geriatrics, Lois, and then
calm down.
Calm down. I'm not thirsty. There's no Aunt May here, so why would I get thirsty?
In Stalingrad, they have a problem because I don't know. Basically, something gets through the air filter in the miniature city that Bizarro collected. And he has a moment with Bizarro saying,
because a Brainiac is in here.
Suddenly, Luthor shows up.
Yeah. So Superman's Winter Palace.
Luthor has returned.
Yeah, so when they show Superman's Winter Palace in this issue, it's based on the Silver Age version of the Fortress of Solitude, which includes a giant metal key that Superman uses to access inside his facility. And also, they have the wreck of the Titanic and statues of Darkseid and Krypto. And Superman's spaceship. So that was interesting to see that. We saw Krypto, but that is just crazy now.
Darkseid?
Yeah, Darkseid's and inside the Superman, you see Superman's little crystal palace, whatever.
So he didn't do what Black Panther did in What If and just convince him, hey, communism is the way to go, buddy. Yeah. It's okay. I'm just teasing. But no.
Yeah, go ahead.
When Luthor shows up, and they go ahead and cut into the Green Lantern, and it's the frickin' army. It's the military. They're all Green Lanterns. Oh, yeah. And there you can go ahead, Z, and I guess right there.
There's you see the Titanic right there. Go back down. Do you see Darkseid?
Yeah.
And they're in the bottom, around the bottom right there. We have Darkseid down there, and then there's.
Buddy. Looks a little.
The fact he has a Titanic in his Fortress of Solitude, I was like, I went down. I picked it back up.
Yeah, when they're talking about it, and then Brainiac's like, "No, I just have to do this," and then the Green Lanterns come to go ahead and fight, and Superman, he does get boxed into a box, which I love the plan, I do, but he breaks out, of course, and then they're all just doomed. But then the Amazons come, and they're all flying, they're ready, and they're fighting too. Along with all the enemies that Luthor's created, it's a big old showdown.
We got Parasite, we have Metallo there. I still have no idea who the blue guy is, but I thought I saw
your mother.
No, well, she wasn't alive back then. But maybe Brains was, because Brains immortal. He's like Battle Savage. No, who was the other character that was in there? We had
your mother wasn't alive in the in 2000.
Hey, we're doing a professional stream at a cafe where people are watching here, and you're making jokes.
Weren't you just talking about Lois Lane being moist for communism?
I didn't say for communism. I said for Superman.
For communism. For Superman.
But wait, if he is communist, then maybe it is for communism, Superman.
She bleeds red.
Whoa!
Anyway,
that was
Superman.
Not needed.
Superman's just saying, "It's over, Mrs. Luthor.
Sir,
it's done."
We're in a public forum. We cannot make dirty jokes. Now those three men just got canceled at that restaurant.
This is not for kids. But they go ahead and they have something set, and it's one final piece that Luthor has set up.
We just went down to 10 because
what the hell was in that letter? Why don't you just put the whole world in a bottle, Superman? And that's when Superman realizes, oh my gosh, I've done this wrong.
He thought he could control Brainiac, but Brainiac was actually just manipulating the whole entire time.
I'm an 11th level intelligent. You can't face me. You thought you could dominate me? No, Superman. And
was it Brainiac 5? Do you remember? You read Lost, right? Legion of Superheroes. I think Brainiac 5 is like a 12th level intellect.
I thought it was lower than that.
Lower than that?
Yeah.
You look down on Brainiac because he's the 5th one and not the first one?
No. Well, yes. Who's the artist on the third issue?
On the third issue, it should be the same guy. It's still Dave Johnson and Kilian Plunkett. So, but only Walden Wong is doing the inking on here, so you're not getting the two inkers. So
Luthor got pulled in, wasn't killed.
Also, shout out to Paul Montz, who does the coloring, and then you have Ken Lopez as the letterer.
But with the help of Luthor and Superman, they're able to defeat Brainiac. But then a self-destruct countdown begins, and Luthor is actually kind of horrified. But Superman realizes, this is what I'm going to do. And
then he smiles like
Will plead.
It's communist Bob Dole.
He's right.
It looks like, I'm sorry, this looks like Bob Dole right there.
And boom. Luthor says checkmate, and he turns into a normal person again. And he becomes president. Well, no, he was president. He gets reelected, and then he creates a one world order. All roads lead to socialism. And
then we have the guy at the end there in the tank there.
Yeah, and I do like this line. His final line before his greatest achievement. Defeating the alien, my boy. What in the world could possibly compare with saving my people from Superman? And with a smile on his face, Luthor died. We know that Superman's still alive. He was still alive all along.
Because she sees
and
him there.
It's revealed that apparently Lois and Lex had a son. Didn't address that at all until now. But that's another thing. But we go ahead through time, and there's tons of artists and thinkers and people that are inspiring the world. And suddenly the sun is becoming red. And you can
Yeah.
notice the names. I want to go ahead and show
Yeah.
as the names start to change. Lombard Luthor, Lori Luth 145, and then it's 1938, Luth 1938, pioneering, and then Alex L, Jordan L, Lana L, because it's just gone down to that.
So
And it's revealed.
Yeah.
The big reveal, give it to me, is, well, we get to go ahead and see as they store a baby into a pod and send it away, but not to another planet, but into the past. And where does it land? The Ukraine, 1938.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be the original concept of Superman artist, creator Jerry Siegel. You have 1934, so they're there. So they bring in there. I love that. It's so. I always forget that Superman is from 1934 is when it gets created.
So here's the big thing about it, though. Here's the big thing with this, though. He's not an alien. He was never an alien. They just treated him like one because physically it would be different, but it was still Earth. The ending blew my mind. Yes, it was quite jarring, and I'm mixed on it because I don't get what the alien part came from. I forgot. Man from another. I don't know.
Yeah, and here's
they lied to him, but
I mean the fact that they opened him with open arms, even though he crossed the border illegally to get there.
Shut up.
It was amazing. Something we don't do here in America. Oh wait, we do today, but
shut up. Anyway, this book is really good.
I gotta ask. You watched the movie, right?
No.
Oh, you've never watched the actual animated one?
No.
Oh, it's really good. I like both. Now I agree with Zach. This is a little bit better than the movie. Mainly for that ending. The ending, you don't get that in the movie. Yeah. What's Man without a frog? I just noticed your
Well, I'm not a madman with a. Well, wait. I am a madman with a box. But anyway, no, without a frog. There's no froggy here.
Yeah, so I gotta say, I really enjoyed this. I'm glad that Ronald. Thank you for recommending that we do this. Yeah.
It is pretty masterful. I think that it's very good. I mean, socialism was the end either way, but that doesn't matter.
Check out other Superman adventures and stuff. By Mark Millar. He's written. I think it was actually Superman the cartoon comic book. He did the Superman. I think it was called Superman Adventures. It was based off the animated series. Mark Millar did a volume or 2 volumes at least, I think. Awesome stories there. He also did a standalone story. I said Mark Millar is a gifted writer. For those of you who want to read more Mark Millar stuff, he's got Nightclub, which is out right now. And then he's got another brand new series that just about to start, or it hasn't already started yet. But like I said, I'm enjoying his work. The more I see more of it. He also did Jupiter's Legacy. Now that I have not read or watched the show. It's on Netflix.
Stay focused. We got to finish our full thoughts on this.
Yes.
He has a shit ton of work.
I was doing my full thoughts. You interrupted me like a American bastard.
That's what a commie would say. Wait, I said in a commie voice.
I am the victim here because I'm Russian. You're prejudiced against me. So getting back to my point, I really don't read a lot by Mark Millar, but the few Superman stuff that I've seen him do, it's always impressive. And obviously, this is now for those who like Injustice, Tom Taylor. It was cute, but this is far more interesting. And it's only 3 issues.
Yeah. See, I have this conversation quite often, and we say it pretty much every retrospective. when you're talking about the world of comic books, how you're telling a story matters. So let's say you have a mini series and you're running it for a certain amount of issues. That's fine. But if you're on a long running story, an ongoing story, you need to make sure that you're able to contain your tales, your arcs to a certain degree, because you just go too far, you drag it out, and you drag the book down. This does not drag, not for 1 second. I should have read all 3 issues the first time I tried to read it, and it was a mistake not to, because I could have read it twice as much. And you know what? Maybe I'll read it a 3rd time, 2.5 times. I don't know. But it's really, it's really great.
We love this so much. We actually might read this on the channel sometime. All 3 issues.
Maybe just.
And then we'll read it in American accents.
Do you mean the phony American accents? Like the ones that really are careful with how they are pronunciating their words?
I am an American Superman.
I am an American. That's right. I'm Superman.
No, we will not.
No, we will not. Come on, Brain. So mean. I'll do a little intro with Russian music. Oh.
He is not comrade. We'll read without the brain. Dude.
Ed Brewer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think you would find it in there, but yeah.
You're welcome, Ron.
I have always Selfie was well
I think it's myself. Might be a phone autocorrect.
Always said it was well contained. Yes, it is just a perfect little story. It's great. I really think it is, like Zach said, masterful storytelling by Millar.
Yep. And
Millar.
So with that being said, we do have to get going. We have another stream going here. So if you do like what you've been seeing on this channel here, and you're not subscribed, please subscribe, share it out. Everyone in the cafe, thank you for watching. And I'm sorry if we ignored anybody there with our comments.
If anybody in the cafe has not seen a comic book reading, I don't know if I can recommend you watch a comic book reading.
Yeah. But we're live. So we're live every Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. So.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty much. So make sure to check it out. Fridays and Sundays. There's pretty much always a reading, except for this Sunday because of the Super Bowl. But yeah. So make sure to stick around for those. I'm pretty sure the restaurant will be closed by then. But at 10 o'clock, we're going to do a Fantastic Four.
All right.
Woo-wee! That was fun.
We'll see you guys in a few minutes for our next interview, our live stream. So that being said, drinks are on Trusty. Good night.